Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to round 10 of the F1 Championship Edition Career Mode Season 2 here for the Indianapolis US Grand Prix. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live a couple of days ago, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out from Montreal. My final ever race as a Super Aguri driver, but now we have got a clean slate. We have hopefully got a more competitive car. We have joined Red Bull Racing to try and push them towards the front there. We got a nice email from them. If you get the results we expect here, the sky's the limit. So hopefully we are going to try and have a good opening race. Of course, Indianapolis should on paper actually be one of my best tracks on the calendar. Last year we were going to score points until Michael Schumacher binned me off. So hopefully that's not going to happen today. But my first weekend in a proper car, I'm hoping we keep it clean and tidy and walk away with some points. Well, here we are then heading out over that yard of bricks here at Indianapolis. It's a rather iconic circuit, and it is going to be, hopefully, a rather iconic weekend for myself there. From number 22 all the way up to number 14. How are we going to get on in our first laps in this Red Bull car? I'm hoping we're going to notice a good performance buff. I will also notice, boy oh boy, that Ferrari power unit sounds good in the back of this thing. Well, I must admit, immediately I'm noticing just how much quicker this thing rotates through the corners. Feels a lot more precise than I can ever be with either of those back market cars. But yeah, let's not forget, obviously, every team I've signed for in Season 2, albeit it is one, I did win on debut, but sensibly I think now throughout the second half of the season, we should be scoring points pretty much week in, week out. Boy, oh boy, this thing's got some speed down the start-finish straight. 7th gear there, up at over 200 miles an hour. As we try and break down then about 100 meters out from turn 1. Yeah, this thing we should be scoring points pretty regularly between now and the end of the season. So this was also, of course, quite famously, the first real Red Bull that Adrian Newey designed. Didn't have kind of full effect over the car, but certainly had a much bigger influence on this than he did on the original RB1. So yeah, certainly a piece of Red Bull's history as well. I mean, look at that speed! Wow, okay. Up towards 210 miles an hour over the start-finish line. We have got pace in the car then. That is reassuring to know. Yeah, struggling actually to comprehend the speed down into turn 1.
Welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the United States of America. The scene of much controversy in 2005, but today we're assured of a fantastic qualifying session.
Well, of course, the big goal then, in first ever qualifying for a new team, is don't bin it. We should make Q3. I mean, we made Q3 last year here in a Midland. Genuinely, I reckon, unless I do something stupid, a fight for pole could be on here. I'm sure Midland a little bit gutted that they couldn't get me back to the team, but I'm so happy I didn't sign a contract with them. I didn't want to keep moving sideways in the future. It kind of felt like, yeah, moving to Super Aguri gave us a chance to potentially move into Honda if I did well enough. I mean, I won a race. I think sensibly, had that been IRL, we would have probably got the move. But yeah, Red Bull, though, I think is a good building block for us. You know, kind of that midfield team that we could definitely drag towards points. If we can try and get into a big 4 team at some point, then I think wins should be on the cards pretty regularly. Of course, depending on how long that takes, we might then do a career mode on the hard difficulty on this game in the future. But yeah, we've got a lot of things to worry about before then. Let's try and get a good first lap on the board. Must admit, I always forget just how difficult that double hairpin was. What are you doing? Come on, Renault, get on with it. I think that is Fernando Alonso there, just sat in the way, as I was hoping we could try and use him for some slipstream. But clearly he wants to do the same to me then. But yeah, making our way out onto the oval once again.
Finishes his fast lap. He'll be thrilled with that. It was a good lap.
12.9 there, smashes UGE Day's time as we've got plenty of cars all around each other. Around the outside of a Midland, brake checking me in towards turn 1. We'll go for a second lap, but yeah.
What was expected, really.
What is this traffic? What is going on here? Yeah, Q1 though really now should really just be busy work. But we kind of navigated the traffic pretty well throughout the first part of the circuit, so this should be a mid-12 unless we lose loads of time out because of the slipstream. But I mean, yeah, look at that, 5 seconds clear of UGE Day. Not much more than I would have been in my Super Aguri, to be fair, but out of the final corner, will we see an improvement there? Massa on a 12.6, we do a 12.4, and that should be us into Q2. Sato then making his return to Formula 1 this weekend, scored a podium here back in 2004. This weekend he lines up P21. Immediately though, I'm just getting the sense over the curbs that this car is so much more drivable than the Midland and the Super Aguri as well. I know I've seen you guys commenting about it in some of the videos before, that, you know, the better cars are just, you know, they'll catch slides a lot better, they'll just feel more connected, and I'm immediately getting that sense in this car. Want to try and get towards an 11, I think that's doable, but yeah, surely another low 12 will see us straight into Q3. As we make our way out of the final corner though, what is the time going to be here in Q2? Is it going to be an 11? It's a 12.2. Fastest once again. That should be us straight into Q3. Oh, our teammate Christian Klein there down in P16, but we are fastest of anyone so far by the end of Q2. We've gone fastest in Q1, fastest in Q2. Can we make it happen again in Q3? I mean, I could be completely wrong with this as well, but I wonder if there's a genuine difference between the Michelin and the Bridgestone tyres in this game. If someone can let me know down in the comments below, it would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, I wonder whether that is also going to make a difference throughout this season. But yeah, I've ran slightly less fuel than I might normally for a Q3. I would love to try and get pole here. Here we go then. I've got a Ferrari. I believe it's the Michael right behind me as we start our first lap here in Q3. You can see on the minimap how much he's gaining on me. I'm giving him a very, very nice slipstream. But surely we can make it up through the twisty bits there. Really late on the brakes down at turn 1. Just try and get the car rotated through. Not a perfect first lap then here in Q3. But yeah, it has really worked out for that Ferrari behind us. But again, is going to get a nice slipstream at the final corner. I'm sure Schumacher would not return the favour. There's no point me trying to let him by or anything like that. But up towards the start-finish line then, it is still going to be a 1:13.1. Schumacher, though, immediately on a 12.7. Is he going to dive me in towards that first corner? We're just turning in, I don't care. And we hang on for now. Oh, a little bit of a slide there as we just nick the grass in towards the final sector. And we're down by a 10th there. Oh, no. Really trying to hang on to it. I'm going to go for one more lap then. Here in Q3, I reckon if we nail it, we can beat Michael. But we're still running P2 at the moment. This is not bad. 3/10 down in Sector 1. It's over. I think, yeah, we're going to be lining up. Well, someone else has gone quicker than me. I think P3 is going to be all we can do here in qualifying. That is heartbreaking. Well, there we are then. It is P3 on the grid then, just behind those pesky Ferraris. But that being said, I reckon Schumacher certainly got about half a second from that slipstream. We are in the fight today. Could we win our debut race here with Red Bull?
This is the US Grand Prix, coming to you exclusively live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There is no more famous track in the United States than this. Setting the car up here can prove a real challenge due to the fact that the track is half high speed and half tight corners. Do you put more downforce on for the added grip, even though it means lower top speed, from the final corner down to turn 1? It's a real dilemma for the team's technical crew. Thankfully it's dry here, but the temperature has dipped somewhat. Michael Schumacher will start from pole. Second on the grid is Felipe Massa. They're followed by Yu in third. Fourth is Fernando Alonso. Montoya takes fifth. Giancarlo Fisichella is next to him in sixth. Seventh spot on the grid for Kimi Raikkonen. Jenson Button rounds off the top 8.
Well, I've only just realised maybe it was a really stupid idea to sign with a Michelin team before Indianapolis. Obviously, we all know about the controversy here in 2005, and we are going to be probably the first Michelin car.
The tire temperature's nice and high. I noticed on the computer you let them drop a little, and that can easily affect your getaway from the lights.
Team are regularly hoping for top 12s in the race, but I genuinely see no reason as to why we shouldn't score points in basically every race now between now and the end of the season. Just got to try and get that last bit of heat into the tyres. But we are going to be ready then here for the US Grand Prix.
You know the drill by now. Here we go.
my best start ever.
Michael Schumacher gets off to a flyer, as does Massa.
Come on, just survive turn 1.
First turn. Michael Schumacher leads out of turn 1. Behind him is Massa. You're following him.
Making real progress here, you're doing well.
Well, we will split the Ferraris then off the start, and now, immediately then, it is me behind my big rival, Michael Schumacher. Of course, we had beef here last season. He took me out late on in the day, and I finished P9.
Your tyres have reached a good heat, and grip level should be pretty good.
I would love to get redemption today on that Ferrari, man. But yeah, that was really scary. Side by side with Felipe Massa. I got no idea whether he was going to give me any room through the first couple of turns. A little bit wide there as we make our way through the double hairpin. Oh, don't spin, don't spin, don't spin. If that had been the Super Aguri, I think we would have probably gone round. Oh, I think Felipe Massa, though, is probably going to get a good run on me. Back down in towards turn 1. We've got to utilise the fact where it might be on slightly less fuel than others. It's Massa, no, we're pretty much on the red line then. 205 miles an hour. Massa, though, still having a look to the inside. Oh, I broke myself. And I think, will that be easy for him? No, it won't. Massa.
Incident at turn 1. It's Schumacher. Retirement was the last thing he needed, but unfortunately, that's the case. And Heidfeld was also involved. He scraped one of his tyres a bit there, his right rear.
Well, there seems to have been some incidents. Got to be really careful over the oil, wherever that is around this lap.
Completed. The field looks like this. Michael Schumacher leads. You're second. Massa is third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. He's moved up from 6th. Montoya 6th. 1 place down from his grid position. 7th is Button. And Raikkonen is 8th. He's down from 7th.
You're up by 8/10 in the second sector.
Staying a little bit closer to the Michael this time round, but already a few cars with issues early on here at Indianapolis. That Ferrari, though, you just get back out onto this straight. Remember, we've got the same power unit, or engine, back in the day as that Ferrari in front, and I've got nothing against him down the straight. Looking on the mini-map, Nick Heidfeld there still slowly limping around. I don't think we'll quite catch up to him. And that could have been really useful there if Michael got a little bit stuck. Actually, look at how slow is he going? Nick Heidfeld must have had a puncture. And look at that, he's not going to be on the racing line though, that's a shame for me. Just doesn't slow down Michael Schumacher as much as we would have liked. But yeah, myself and the German pulling away from Felipe Massa in that second Ferrari car. There is, like I said, there is beef between us, and I want to settle it today. Michael, come on, get on with it.
Michael Schumacher leads. You're second. Massa is third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. 7th is Button. And Raikkonen is 8th.
That was almost a carbon copy of what happened last season here. Michael Schumacher, whether you're on his inside or not, he will just turn in. But I think he's feeling the pressure right now as Alonso jumps Massa behind. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we got to run. We got to run. Look at that, though, Michael. Just, what is he doing? How... He just shoulders you out at every possible opportunity. You cannot race wheel to wheel with him. Surely I warrant some track space there. Well, I'm still trying to hound the German at the moment, and immediately this car has given me a lot more confidence to attack the curbs and things like that than our previous one ever did. But we know just how aggressive Michael Schumacher will be. We've seen it firsthand today still. He does not care. Can I get to the inside of him off the corner? We force him out. There we go. To the lead of the Indianapolis US Grand Prix. We will take it very, very happily. But I'm sure, yeah, he's just going to come straight back past me, isn't he? As we make our way back down in towards turn 1. Let's wait and see what kind of speed that Ferrari's got. I'm trying to get as close to the wall as possible to give us extra speed there. But here he goes. Michael Schumacher flies past me on the run. And we'll have to brake early so I don't hit him. Hey, I'm there. Come on. Give me some room.
Okay, you're out front. Keep your concentration.
Right, let's try and build a gap this time round. Yellows. Someone's got issues. Someone's dropped oil. I'll try and make sure I keep my eye on where that is on the circuit. There it is. There we go. That is still how we retire from races. I mean, look how quick that Ferrari is. Back down to turn 1. Michael was a second behind me into that final sector, and suddenly, yeah, he's straight back past me. We'll keep... No!
It's Schumacher! And with that incident over, he's out of the race. Unlucky. You've got involved in that scrape as well. That left rear tyre looks bad. In fact, it's punctured.
I genuinely thought we were out. Oh, no. Well, we've got... So I genuinely thought we were out of the race.
Laps to go. Alonso leads. Massa is second. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya.
Oh, come on. Don't take out our teammate.
That's a gain of 1 place. Button is 5th. Raikkonen 6th. You're 7th. And Barrichello is in 8th.
We just keep spinning.
Position right now. We're going to need a bit of luck.
We desperately need a lot more than luck.
Not too bad yet, but keep an eye on it.
Well, the engine is absolutely getting fried as well in the process. I want to finish our first race for the team. Not convinced it'll be points now, but... Oh, stop spinning! How do you spin there doing like 3 miles an hour?
17th position.
Oh, come on, stop spinning, car, please. We're going to be a lap down already to Fernando Alonso.
Showing on your engine. Ease up a touch or it might not finish the race.
Yeah, we're trying to be as careful as possible, but I'm trying to make it back to the pit lane. And we just keep spinning. Can I? Oh, no, I can't go. What's it done? No, the engine's gone. We've completely fried it. I cannot believe that. Michael Schumacher needs to get banned in this series, honestly. He just took me out. And I cannot... We were in the fight for the win here. And Schumacher's gone and ruined it. Again.
Lap 10. Alonso leads. Massa is second. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Fisichella. Barrichello 5th. He's up from 7th. Trulli's 6th. In 7th is Raikkonen. He's down from 6th. And Button 8th.
All is forgiven for the problems of 2005. Indianapolis has hosted a fantastic race here today. It's been a credit to everyone involved. The fans attending the circuit today have been treated to a great race and they look very happy, a far cry from the scenes of last year. But this is exactly what F1 racing in America needed. 2 weeks from now, we'll be back in familiar F1 territory at Manicourt in the heart of rural France. I hope you'll join us then. Goodbye for now.
There we go then, Felipe Massa back on top this weekend there, and we come through. Well, we don't, but we end up in effectively P18 when all is said and done there. Michael Schumacher needs banning in this series. Seriously, how he can keep getting away with driving like that, I will never understand. But what could have been a win on our debut for Red Bull has absolutely come away with nothing there. But we will be back stronger. Magny-Cours is another track that I really enjoy on this game. When am I going to get more luck in this series? Alonso still leading the way though. Massa now just 2 points back with Fisichella ahead of Michael. Montoya rejumps Barrichello as well there. And we are still in 9th place. But how much bad luck can I get in this series? Toyota have immediately jumped Super Aguri. We've been jumped by Sauber. We can definitely, though, finish P5 this year. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.